Hello, Lucy. Hello, Curtis.
There we go.
They're flooding in.
103 people already. 108.
Hey guys.
There we
Oh
go.
my God.
Good to see you.
There we go. Whoa.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
And Holly.
Snakeheads.
Hi all.
Q Poo, Holly.
Who's that from? Someone from America there, or is that just American flag? Very good. Let us know if you're from abroad. It's always nice to know. I'm from abroad. Not in.
You're from abroad. We're all foreign shores, you know.
If you're foreign somewhere. There we go.
Crew.
Very good. Good to see you. 140 of us already. Piling in.
Wow.
We are foreigners.
Canadians.
Yeah, all you foreigners.
Morning from America. Good morning, America. Yeah.
I studied
Hello in Germany.
Cologne, yeah.
Australia. It's late. Yes, I bet it is.
Yeah, the Australians are so good. It's about midnight in Australia, and they still.
Yeah, but you can be drinking officially. We can't officially be drinking.
Yeah,
Well, it's 3 o'clock here. It's 3 o'clock here. It's getting close. It's 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Getting close.
Sorry. God, yeah, you'll be an hour ahead of us.
Alan
Arizona.
wants
Good
to
day,
know
Arizona.
if this is the weekly AA meeting or he's clicked the wrong link. Yeah, no, you're in the right place.
Yeah. Sunny North Wales. There you go. Always worth it.
Okay, guys. Well, we have our very special guest, Alan Rocky Marshall,
Hi there. Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Rocky.
who actually has the billing of the man who designed Starbug.
Yeah.
He was telling
Co-designed. I've always got to say that.
claims whole
Co-designed
credit.
Starbucks.
Well, you can tell us the story. Peter Ragg wanted to design
A ship called
White Dwarf.
The White Midget.
Midget.
Just 1 second. Let's see if I can. Right.
Rocky,
Okay,
did
I
you
can't
get any
find it.
preparation for this, love? We warned you.
Yes, I
We were
did.
going to tell you.
But
Yeah.
not enough, clearly.
Remember that rehearsal we did yesterday, Rocky, where we said we'll ask
You wrote in the script that it was going to be called The White Midget. Peter Ragg had some ideas, came to me, we discussed it, and I did a drawing. But I also did a few other drawings just in case.
Yeah.
And whilst I was doing these sketches, another guy called Mike Tucker came up, and he suggested the 3 spheres idea. So I took that suggestion, I took elements from the White Midget design I was already doing, a lot of which was from my stuff, as it were, and finally came up with, and this is the actual drawing. I don't know if that's translating well to people's
It
screens.
is. It is.
Yeah.
So that's the original drawing, and that's what I.
And
Then
we were on our
you
traditional.
guys, didn't it, Rob?
We were on our traditional visit to the workshop, which we used to do at the start of every writing session, just to see what they could do, what they liked doing, and Raggy showed me Rocky's design, and I said, "Oh my God, it's like a bug. That is brilliant. That's the one," and that's where Starbug was named. And of course, we're just saying as well what a nightmare it was for the set
Have
design.
another drawing.
Oh, there's another angle.
These are the blueprints that I drew, so that I could build the model, and so that Mel Bibby would know the relationship of the sizes of the cockpit and the midsection, and how they could link together with that door between the two of them.
Yeah.
And if you look there, you'll see it says the bug.
The bug.
It says green midget.
Ah.
Spaceship, the bug, because it went through a time when we were going to change the colour of it, therefore change the name of it.
Okay, Rocky, I'm just going to say there will be very painful consequences for you if you do not get me a photostat of that.
Well, I think, Rob, genuinely, I think we should look into getting a print run of these, because they're the nearest to the original set designs I've seen. So, although we did auction the original set designs, didn't we, last year? But anyway.
I'm not sure that I think is a copy.
But that is original. What you've got's original.
That's original, but the plan I showed you is a copy I made at the time.
Ah.
But even so, Rocket, let's have a look, folks, into, Rob, if that's all right, let's have a look into getting these releasable on a poster or some kind of format.
I would buy it. God, it's lovely.
Okay.
Lovely stuff.
I wouldn't buy it. I expect it for free.
Well, you'd get a free one, Ed, because, you know, like you always do as a director.
All right. First thing
The
here.
director has to have a free one.
Yeah, of course. Goes with the job.
Ed, have you still got one of your camera scripts, didn't you say?
Yes, I do.
See, we could put together a little book, couldn't we, of all these...
They leave a space for camera directions on the script.
Yeah.
And Ed fills in, oh, fuck, shit, how am I going to do it?
Backwards, you said. Backwards. So let's have a look, folks, into whether or not there's a book or a short publication of some kind to look at there, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to do camera script, I just have to take all the swear words off it, but otherwise it'll be fine.
No, leave it like it is. then they'll all know what a bastard you really are.
Okay, so...
As if they didn't know already.
No, they think you're lovely. Lucy Smith thinks you're lovely.
Oh, I see. Yes, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I am.
Poor old Lucy.
Already off on Ed again. Look, she's sticking up for you already, look.
Yay, go off with it, Lucy.
Now, to lead into this episode,
Hi, Emma.
I
Great.
just want to say when you chided Rocky about the rehearsal yesterday, there was a lot of people expressing serious surprise that we actually do a rehearsal for this, and I just want to fuck off.
I'm sorry. You think we just chuck this together on a Sunday afternoon without any...
Good Lord.
It all depends on what you mean by rehearsal, to be honest with you.
Surely it's a tech run, guys.
Yeah.
We do a dress rehearsal, we do a tech run. Come on, you guys.
Yeah. I'm in costume.
We really need someone from special effects on this season because they really started to have an impact on the stories this time around. Starbug certainly is a great influence on some of the plots we were able to do because we could get off the ship. We could have chases and crashes, and you can't really do that in a giant spaceship. But as Ed said, of course, as soon as they get into Starbug, it means they're going somewhere, and that fills in with...
That's what Ed didn't want to hear.
Whenever you read the script and they board Starbug, you go, oh, God, with fear, you turn over the page to see where they're going.
Season 3. I remember we went into this. We kind of thought we weren't going to get it at one point. We thought...
Yeah, it was the difficult season.
And
it was the difficult renewal.
And so we thought, well, this is probably going to be the last one anyway. And we kind of, as writers, just threw caution to the wind and said, fuck it, we're going to do what we want and really do proper science fiction. So that was one of the things that liberated us. Being producers did, the Starbug did, and having Crichton also did. And the characters are now starting to fill out a lot more. I got a cat when we began writing Red Dwarf. I actually bought a cat called a Frankenstein, and she'd had kittens. And I started to notice that while I loved them all, they all hated me. They would let the rest of the family pick them up, but when I go near them, they're like... And it occurred to me that cats have different attitudes to different people. And our cat starts having a different, and it just fills him out, and it helps him to interact with the rest of the crew. And this episode we wanted to examine the power of negative emotions, the positive influence of negative emotions, and how useless we'd be without them. And that's where this comes from. Okay, are we ready to press?
Yep.
And in 3, 2, 1, press.
Warning, Red Dwarf. I've got.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
This voiceover, Ed, you think it was...
Keith Buckley, am I right, gang? Was that Keith Buckley doing this voiceover? Danger. That one.
So this is not the famous Carlsberg man. I think we tried to get the Carlsberg man, and he cost hundreds of thousands of pounds or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculously expensive.
So we got somebody to copy him.
Yeah, we expect him to be paid in Carlsberg.
Yes. So, Rob, just how, one of the questions coming in, how much of an influence was Alien on this specific episode? It's quite Alien-esque, yeah? Yeah,
well, it is in a way. Yeah, we're sort of coming out and acknowledging our sci-fi roots a bit in Series 3. This is very influenced by Alien. All the corridors and everything were an Alien thing anyway, so...
With the lovely Mel Bibby, of course. Can I just put at this point to say that the pod ship here, it's a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, good to know.
It's made from a vacuum cleaner.
Brilliant.
It was made by a guy called Nick Cool.
Right.
Oh, Rocky, show us the pod behind you. This is something Rocky just... Besides Fireball XL5 there for you cool guys. He's got this, he made this himself. And I am definitely going to use it.
Okay, so the voiceover... Did you make this, Rocky? Oh, sorry.
I did, and this is a water pistol. This is the reservoir here. And the trigger was about here, and I bought 2 of them, chopped it up, redressed it, and made a little pot ship.
There you go.
So did you make the mini polymorph as well? Were you involved in that?
No, Mike Tucker did the little polymorph, the cute one that runs around.
That rabbit went on to become a star.
Do you remember shooting that sequence, Ed?
Yeah, it's a fun sequence to shoot because you just lock the camera off and just put every possible thing you could think of in front of the camera. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice gag with the chili. Nice. This is also, I think, one of the most gag-packed episodes. I mean, it is
starting with this.
Starting with the groinal. Well,
yeah,
we've had the chili already. We've had the chili, and then we get the groinal attachment. I mean, we're straight in.
Ed Wooden, the editor, really hated rude jokes for some reason.
He did, and he was the most foul-mouthed post himself. He swore like a trooper. Ed swore like a trooper, but he didn't like rude jokes.
But he just didn't like rude jokes.
He didn't like rude jokes.
And
he loved, he was rude himself.
He hated the underpants sequence, and it went on and on, this laugh.
Well, there's a sequence. I was going to say there is a sequence here where the laugh in the studio is so big that I didn't actually know what to cut to because I hadn't planned, a 15-second laugh to completely blitz any kind of dialogue or anything. So we're just sort of looking there, firing shots off from cameras just to soak up the laugh till they finished.
So this is a genuine sequence as it happened in front of the audience, Ed. When it gets to the underpants sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had a decision. Yeah, there was a decision to make about whether we try and have boxer shorts and then go for really tight ones and see a shot of that. But that would mean having to stop. So we thought, well, what we'll do is we'll cover up his underwear with the thing, and Craig can just act having very tight underpants, which did very well. And so we could keep the sequence live, so that then we got that whopping great laugh that. I think it's one of the biggest ones we've had. In fairness, I think we might have had to cut the laugh down a little bit because it just
even
went on
with as long as it is here.
Long.
But I mean, this whole sequence with the hospital equipment as cutlery is just brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and Danny's reactions are very good here. He slowly becomes more and more disgusted by it.
They are really interacting so much better than in the earlier series. Characters.
And things like, this isn't a dinner, this is an autopsy.
Yes, that's a good line.
This is how Craig cooks. He cooks like that. I've seen his microwave.
That was obviously a microwave with the back off, folks.
Yes,
and
indeed.
That was fed through the set.
But very quick change round, Ed, I assume.
Yeah. It was
very
fast.
Quick change round.
We had to get the angle right so you didn't see the back because obviously there was no back. It was just fed in.
But I mean, that's not a cut. That's not a locked off cut shot. That's real time.
Yeah, that was Donna and her team.
Is that genuinely an artificial insemination?
Yes, it's an artificial insemination. Really? It genuinely is as well. This was the week Donna filled out the prop plot with artificial insemination syringe, kidney dish.
Someone saying, did Donna get sprayed with tomato ketchup in the back?
No, I think there's probably an opening door, so it could be opened. So it was closed to start with, then opened, then the stuff was plonked in, then shut.
Yeah.
While Craig did all the stuff around the front.
Probably.
But very quick.
Yes.
And here comes trouble.
Nice edit there. That ball bounced happily in because those
very nicely cut together, as if it were the same shot.
So. Little bits and pieces pre-recorded. This was live.
But you've done a little cut with his family picnic because, of course, Mother comes in later, yeah?
Yeah, a little plant of Mum. And again, background for Rimmer's sad life here,
Yes. Oh, God.
And his delusion that everything was great when they were just so horrible.
The brothers teasing him.
Yeah. Yeah. Mel Bibby set here looking good. There we go. Lovely shot. The young Rimmer being staked to the ground and having ants poured all over him. Again, Robert's face in this early days with the mask, it sometimes had a very kind of stillness, had a stillness to it. It became more animated once we started to up the techniques of sticking it to his face.
This, I think, is one of the first examples of where he develops that kind of Herman Munster look.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that. Yeah.
If you watch this, it's the Fred Gwynn kind of face pulling.
Yeah, he gets a lot of facial expression, even in this stage where the mask is very stiff.
Yeah.
You still read his emotions through his face.
No, he really worked it. He worked so hard getting to come through the mask, and he did terribly well. I mean, look at that. You can see that he's. You can see.
Well, actually, in this one, he's got to become.
Well. Yeah, there.
Yeah, I mean.
There you go, Herman, right there.
Yeah.
Callie Greenwood.
Callie Greenwood, very good. Did we find out who played the voiceover at the beginning? Did
Anybody know out there who did the voiceover?
Is it Keith Buckley? No. Too much. I can't find his voice back. Never mind.
Jimmy Nile. No, it wasn't Jimmy Nile.
No.
This is the classic shot, Ed. When he leaves the frame.
And it wasn't Jimmy Nail either.
No.
It wasn't Jimmy Nail either. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it was Keith Buckley.
Watch
Thank you,
this short.
Mr. Memory.
There you go. Keith Buckley. Jimmy Osmond it was it?
Although there's a very, very fine Osmond family joke in this episode.
Yes, there is a good Osmond family joke.
Extremely good.
Obviously.
We can't resist it.
Yeah. So this is, yes, Rimmer and Holly discussing their previous false alarms, of which appear to be many. And I think she's taken over. Yes, that's right. I should have actually taken a shot of her interrupting his home movies.
Look now, Lister with his hand, Craig with his hand under the table. He's not playing with himself. He's operating the kebab.
That's right. He had the little switch. The wires
Did you make that kebab?
I did not make that kebab. However, I can tell you how it works. Basically, it's a latex kebab, and inside it is a bent piece of metal rod, with a little motor at one end. So when he clicks his button, the rod rotates, and it's bent. So as it rotates, it pushes the latex kebab around and around. That's just pulled on a bit of wire.
Right. And it's also an homage to Alien, when the original creature burst out
across the table, the chest burster.
So here's a choice we maybe thought, let's go for this live, and let's not put tiny pants on him. He can act it. And he did very well. Watch him acting now. Those pants are definitely getting tighter. Without a doubt in my mind. So this is the moment. The audience starts to laugh. They're going bananas, and
it was just like
this.
On.
It was just beyond.
And you're now looking for shots.
I am. Yeah.
There's only one
day. I think I took 9 shots of him holding small pants up.
I wonder if the original footage is anywhere we could tell how long it was.
Yeah.
I think it was successful because it's got that carry-on quality.
Yeah.
You know, it's both funny visually, but it's also dirty. You know, it's naughty.
I can't tell you how quickly I had to get off that snake when it went from a real snake to that what I call a draft excluder.
And you had the snake wrangler guy there, and you could only do it like that. We wanted it held like that, but it was cruel.
And so successful is the shot coming up that I love.
The rising shot is fabulous.
Now, Rocky, that animatronics thing, we blew most of the budget, I think, for Series 3.
Yes, probably.
And it arrived in the studio, and it broke its spine, didn't it?
It did, yes. It was built by a guy called Andrew Jubert, and he sculpted it and got it all together. And we took it into studio, and about halfway through the filming, one of the main junctions, the main hinges broke, and it just sort of flopped to one side and became a bit sort of awkward. So we decided to repair it. So we took it to a corner of the studio, And Peter Ragg said, look, can we weld it back together? And we went, yeah, okay. So we wheeled over the portable welder. And then up came a guy, a commissionaire type guy from BBC Manchester. Who went, you can't do that here. You need a hot work permit. Have you got a hot work permit? We didn't. He said, well, you can't do it here. So we left the studio. We went into the scene dock outside, set it all up again, started welding again. Out he followed us. Same line. Have you got a hot work? Because we're still in premises here. Have you got a hot work permit?
Oh God!
And it's like, no, we don't. He said, well, you can't do that here, right? But we've got to get it on screen. You know, there's an audience and everything. No, doesn't matter. You can't do that here. So eventually, we ended up taking it out into the car park, and it was nighttime, and he wasn't even happy with it there. But he let us off because I think he saw that we'd really made the effort. But that's so it ended up being repaired in the car park. We whizzed it back on, and you did shoot more on it.
That Jobsworth came up to me because this is my first job as a producer.
Well, you're a producer this series, yeah.
So he said, you're the producer. Well, what are you doing? You haven't got a hot... I didn't know the fuck was going on. I had to take it in the neck.
I do love the fearless Craig. He's looking for a fight. You slightly suspect it's really Craig just being himself at that point.
Yeah, you're right. He does do that aggressively.
It's a real Craig,
well,
really.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he does it very frighteningly well. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, it's a shame in a way that he let you carry on in the car park, Rocky, because I just love the idea of you having to carry it out of the BBC and doing it on the street with people driving by with polymorph on the pavement.
We got enough looks anyway from the one or two people who were in the car park at the Beeb that night who had no idea what was going on in the studios quite often.
Yes, hello, darling. Yes, I'm parking next to a polymorph.
Yeah, there's your Osmond. There's your Osmond's joke.
There's me Osmond gag. Fabulous. Now, this was shot on location. Now, many people, I have to say here very quickly that that one of the things that Polymorph did when it attacked people, I can't use that excuse, he hasn't been attacked yet. Okay, so basically we hadn't nailed Robert's accent quite yet.
No, I was going to say that, yeah.
In this sequence, he's actually speaking with an English accent.
At the end,
because we filmed this before we got into the studio and before we developed
well done, Ed.
And I was going to blame Polymorph for that, but I can't because he hasn't been zapped by the damn thing yet.
Well, we always thought it was American, but the Americans thought it was Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah. When he was saying it's here, it was very much English. So great work from Manchester, and I never gave him enough credit for the special effects here of these globes.
Yeah, who's this?
Real
Ed?
groundbreaking stuff. Graphic
Who's doing
design.
this, Ed? Because they're extraordinary.
Graphic design in Manchester, they were really good, and I never.
So what is that? Is that a superimposed graphic? No.
Yeah, I gave them the shots, and they put it on. I think that's right, Rocky.
It was very early days of CG and things like that, especially with the BBC. So yes, they did a remarkable job considering the limitations at that back in 1989.
Okay, they've just got to the shot where Danny was holding the box.
Yeah,
Does that just happen?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't expect it to be quite as violent as that.
Well, that's a substance called quick match, and it's like a very fast burning fuse. So we had two circles of it round the back of on the inside of the cardboard box, fired electrically, and it burns at a rate of something like 20 meters a second. So it cut two instant holes in the box, and they then fall into the rest of the box, and that's how that was done, basically.
But it really gave a jolt on Danny. When you're holding it, it kind of like a bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, and also
that's great. That is brilliant. That graphic, it really is. Well done.
It is really good. And I also say it was a real opportunity for me and Danny to go, okay, what can we do here with the running around, him leaping up in the air and things flying under his legs. We planned all that stuff, me and Danny together, because he's a very physical guy, was capable of dancing.
Oh, and Frankie Barber.
Frankie Barber.
Oh, so beautiful.
Isn't she gorgeous?
She still is, actually, everybody.
She still is. No, well, she did two of our comedies, yeah?
Yeah.
She did two of our lockdown theatres.
Yeah, of course. And she's very funny. And there's a lovely moment here where even the polymorph thinks the cat's a bit thick. If you watch her expression, and I think it's at the end of this shot, you'll see her roll
at
her
the end
eyes.
of the shot, she gives
This
him a
there,
real...
good lord. Yeah, she rolls her eyes.
Just that
Even
now.
the polymorph can't believe how stupid this person is. And I think that was Frances just doing it on her own. She thought, I'll roll my eyes here. It worked really well. And now, unfortunately, I do think one of the things in this episode that dates us is the inability to be able to chroma key like you can these days. Yeah. So some of the transitions into polymorph are a little weird, like the one that's about to come up. Ideally, it would have been great if he came out of her mouth somehow, but we just didn't have. That's what the plan was. That would actually come out of her mouth. Yeah. But I had to do a quick dissolve because I just couldn't get I didn't have the digital technology to do it. Of course, now it'd be so easy. It's very annoying, but there you go.
It would still be expensive, though.
Mm-hmm.
It would still be pricey.
I love that we suddenly got
never a problem for me, Rocky. Not my problem.
No, we always looked after that, Rocky, don't you?
that can count emotions. I don't know where that comes from or why we'd use that ever again, but there you go.
Yeah, it's a really interesting fundamental idea of which emotions to take from the four of them and what it does to them. I think it's such a clever episode, this. I really do.
I think his back was broken there, Rocky, so that's why we had to have...
Right.
Half his face was missing.
I think there was a small team of us rotating him underneath.
Again, chroma key could be better. No, another alien shot. So this sequence, I think, was shot in... This was again in the Liverpool studios, I think. Pre-shot because all those cardboard boxes. And the cardboard box is the best way. This is a lovely effect here. Very happy with that.
Yes, that's good.
As it looks, a rubber tap, basically, with bladders in it, pumped sequentially. It goes down the tube and then
bloody hell
towards the end.
Bloody hell. And I really like. I mean, all four of them get the chance to be the opposite of themselves, which gives you some fabulous. And this is horrible. This is just horrible.
Really gross.
Remember having to watch Craig with his mother.
He actually holds it back. He holds his temper for quite a long time. So you think, please lose your temper. Please may this be over.
and added to by the fact that Lister's completely belligerent and not having any of it.
And Crichton's turned into
extremely
aggressive, guiltless.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Now I remember the consequence of this. We had a different character written for Chris, who was basically a hippie. He was Neil, really, from the Young Ones.
Yeah.
And Chris actually complained for the first time ever that it was lazy of us to be writing that, and he wanted something else. And I was absolutely outraged that a bloody actor. But he was absolutely right.
But look how right he was. I mean, you've come up with a fabulous reverse character.
Alphabetti Spaghetti. Why Alphabetti Spaghetti would turn
What was that
over?
joke? I didn't get it.
You've never used Alphabetti Spaghetti?
Not in that way.
Well, you haven't.
Not in the way that I assume you're implying.
You have not lived. I was thinking actually about the cat and vanity. Most characters in comedy who are vain are also very ugly. You know, Jack Benny, for instance, and Bob Hope. They're not really good-looking guys. It's the first time I ever can think of a vain character who's actually good-looking too, and he's still getting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember who we based this character on.
I really do think this is. This is more than a reversal. This is Danny is a wash-up version of the cat, but this is a completely new character for Chris, and it's a lovely.
And the interesting thing here about Craig, it's something to do with his makeup and the way that he's got all that stuff on his face. It actually makes him look. Makes him look very action hero-ish. To the credit to the makeup and costume department.
I love the scene. I think the four of them being completely different. It's really...
And it surely contains the best joke ever from Red Dwarf.
Oh, yes.
Go
You
on.
got away with so much, Rob. You really did for 1959.
See, the liberation.
Which gag are you talking about, Rob?
The Committee for the Liberation of Terrifying
Oh,
Order.
the clitoris.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
clitoris.
yeah.
I
And again, when I was watching this recently, I thought, God, these guys had to learn so much, and they learned it all so well. I mean, there's a lot of complicated stuff in here.
Somebody's asking how we got away with the clitoris gag. I think it's like Monty Python and the smegma gag. The people who were doing the compliance didn't know the word, never seen the word before.
Probably.
And certainly didn't know where to find it, to use the old joke.
What's wrong with it? You could say penis.
Well, no, you couldn't. I had a big row at London Weekend about, well, we said penis. Oh, God, I can't remember it now. We had said penis the previous week, and then we had clitoris the next week, and we were told we couldn't.
Yeah.
And we said exactly that. We said, hang on a minute, we said penis the previous week, and they then made us repeat. When the repeats went out, the previous one went out at 11:30 as well. The show had to go out at 11:30 because it had clitoris in it. And then when they did the repeats, they said, right, well, we'll put the penis one late as well.
Yeah, yeah. Right. They used to do it, yeah, there was like a rationing of swearing, wasn't there?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, but that wasn't that. This was it was Helen Lederer that got the word clitoris, and she said, well, hang on, you had penis so and so. I can't remember who used penis the previous week, and they said, yeah, but the one's ruined, the other isn't. So you just.
God. Oh, very good. Mel's sets always look good here. If you get a chance to, you see, for instance, on Chris's single, you get to see the corridor in the background, a bit of depth there. It all makes a big difference. It stops.
It does. It gives it so much more.
Yeah.
Andy Farr. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Yes.
Yes.
What a laugh that got. Oh, my God.
Okay. Craig acting through the laugh.
Craig just listen. Let's just kill it for fuck's sake.
Andy Farmer's saying he'd like to have been at that executives meeting where they were discussing the clitoris and the penis incident.
We'd recorded the 7 shows. It was Stomping on the Cat at London Weekend. We recorded the 7 shows. And we suddenly got this thing saying that this one with Helen Ledger in it will have to go out at 11:30 at night.
Oh, God.
It's a body part. What?
But they didn't know that. That was the problem.
They didn't know what it was. They never heard of it.
It's smegma all over again.
Yeah, nice spooky music here to help us along with this. And point of view polymorph. It's a shame, really. Again, a failing of mine was at the end of this sequence of the polymorph looking around the set. Nice. I had made a cut there. I'd rather have that Craig jumped into the end of that shot.
Yeah.
But
what was that? That was just a regular camera, handheld.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely gag with the baseball bat from Craig.
Yeah, he did that well. I thought it was
And
worthy
also-
for the opening titles.
I remember reading it, Rob, and by this time I'm wondering how you're going to solve this, because I know I've only got about 4 or 5 pages to go. And I'm thinking, well, how do they get rid of this thing? This thing's indestructible. And I hadn't foreseen the fact that you'd trapped its Death Star ready and waiting. I think it's a brilliant.
That's one of my
twist at the end.
serious shots, I have to say.
Yeah.
You had to have it for that to work.
I have to say, in mitigation here, we were writing scripts that were impossible to shoot on video, never mind with a budget. But we pushed the envelope, and good luck to us, I say.
Yeah.
And then not only do you have the great ending, you then, which you don't often do actually, you then give us a whole new twist, which again, I just love the slow rotation of the pod to reveal the terrible news.
Now, the vacuum cleaner. A lot of this, Rocky, you've absolutely ruined for me now.
Oh, right. Well, can I ruin some more? There's been a lot of talk of penis and clitoris. Perhaps that's because the slime on the monster was mostly KY jelly.
Well, obviously.
We used tube after tube of KY jelly. It's quite funny because you have to send, assistants get sent out to Boots to buy, 20 tubes of KY jelly, please. And of course we get very strange looks from the shop assistants in Boots.
Yeah. I'm quite right too. that end shot of Craig turning into the polymorph again, it would have been nice if it had come out of his mouth or his head had split open or something. But unfortunately, we just didn't have the technology or
but the joke's still there. The joke comes over.
If we had the original footage, you could probably do it quite easily on your Mac now.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, we actually shot a lot of it
on the phone, can't you now? You can almost do these things live on your iPhone.
On your iPhone, you're right. I mean, we shot it with the idea. I did shoot it with Francis's mouth as wide and close as possible, with the plan that polymorph would somehow come out of her mouth, but not to be. Anyway, really good episode, full of great jokes, great, very ambitious stuff for the day, and a triumph for the special effects department.
Thank you very much. I'll take the credit on their behalf, of course.
Of course.
There was a team of them, but I can't remember any of their names right now.
Yeah, exactly. I had a team.
Peter somebody, Nick somebody, Collins. Who were they?
You're so right, Stephen. This series should have been at least in the BAFTA shortlist, but I never understood why we weren't.
It wasn't. I don't even think it was in the long list. Or maybe it was.
Who knows?
I mean, we were so.
But it wasn't in the
sort
four.
of independent. Yeah, we were kind of independent and off the grid a bit, if you know what I mean.
Well, you didn't have the weight. There's no doubt that at the time you were advised which things were up for voting in Television Centre, and I think with Manchester there just wasn't that automatic weight of support behind it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe. So so good show.
Do you remember, Rob? I don't remember. Did we blow a substantial part of the series budget on this?
Yeah, on the animatronic particularly, I think.
On this whole episode, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Blame us.
Yeah, and
blame us for the overspend.
Yeah,
I have to say
we are doing that, Rocky. We are
probably right in this case.
Yeah. The alien the alien-like retraction of the lips and the teeth reveals, and that was really, really good. I really liked that. It worked really well. It just. He was a bit of an unwieldy beast. He was difficult to move around.
Yes.
As you said, didn't you, Rocky? It took 4 people to...
It was all cable controlled. None of it was radio controlled. It was all cable controlled. So there was all these wires going out from the bottom of it and around the back of it to different people with different little sort of pads with levers on that had been this guy had constructed. So yeah, every time you needed to set it up, you needed 3 or 4 people. One doing the lips, one doing the arms, one moving the main body, and so on.
Yeah.
Rob, why was there an artificial insemination syringe for a cow on a mining ship? Did they actually breed cattle in the hold?
I don't know, actually. Good question.
The answer is because it was funny.
Yeah.
I think somebody collected them. I think Peterson. For use in sexual practices.
Oh, good. I thought there would be a deeply unpleasant answer.
A good reason. Apparently, according to Danny, Rimmer's mum was re-recorded for the remastered version. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that. Really?
Well, you weren't there, Ed, were you? Nor was I.
The remastered, I did edit a lot of the remastered stuff.
Nikki, what was your question? What was his favourite and least favourite? Was it that one? What were your least favourite and favourite effects from this series?
Well, I can't really think of the least favourite. My favourites, I have 2 main favourites. One is the crash in Marooned, where the fireball hits Starbug, it rotates, spins down to the planet, crashes into the surface and grinds to a halt. And the reason I like it is it's a sequence. It's a nice sequence, effect sequence, but with shot after shot after shot of my stuff. So obviously I like it. It's my stuff followed by my stuff followed by my stuff, which you don't often see in Dwarf, because you don't have the time for the luxury of that. But the other one I like is a much simpler one. I think it was series 6, where Ace Rimmer parachutes out of the exploding plane and he's chased, and in the back of the plane there's a crocodile, and the plane blows up, and he parachutes out or falls out. The crocodile falls out. He then crashes into a shed, comes out of the shed, gets chased by a couple of Germans, and then right at the end he flies off because he flies off on a kind of rocket-powered motorbike. And as the Germans are watching him, they're mightily impressed. And then, of course, the crocodile falls on the Germans and the German soldiers. And that was, I like that one because that was me and another guy, either side of these two actors, on the tops of stairs with a big rubber crocodile. And it's a really funny gag. And all we did was go 3, 2, 1 and drop the crocodile. You know, it's so simple. And it's just old comedy.
I remember dropping a giant chocolate eclair on Robbie Coltrane in The Young Ones.
Young Ones.
That was the same thing, Rocky. We just built a huge chocolate eclair and dropped it.
Yeah. The same thing with Dawn French with a giant sandwich in The Young Ones as well.
That's right.
I thought it actually killed her. But interesting, Rocky, I remember shooting that with the crocodile coming down and doing the effect on the day. And when you dropped it and it hit these two guys and the framing was just right, the Germans just disappeared out of shot. It's one of those ones where you just hold onto the monitor and laugh because you just know that's going to be so funny in a sequence. You just see a shot.
And you also know
that's it, brilliant, we've done it, moving on. That's
you haven't got to retake it 10 times, which is what you were planning for, because you never thought it would work.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Something you just can't tell.
Rob, were you ever tempted to return to the fact that, I mean, you've now got a stray polymorph that you can bring back any time you want to. Was it ever tempting to revisit?
Polymorph was the only plot that ever sequeled in my Red Dwarf career in Emo Hawk in season 6. So obviously it was on the cards at some point.
You left it there as a little ticking bomb that you could go back to any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it came in handy.
So I can't remember the recording order, but if we actually recorded this, I know we didn't, but if we recorded backwards, then Maroon, then this, I'm surprised that any of us are still alive by show.
I know. I don't think it can have been those 3 in recording order, Ed, because I honestly don't think we'd have done it.
No. I think it was. And the last one we recorded was The Last Day.
Right.
What's show 4, guys? Is it Body Swap?
Let's see how quick we can get
Body
that.
Swap,
Yep,
yeah.
there it is. Bang, in seconds.
Yeah. And then Time Slides.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jay.
And then The Last Day.
I think these were the first 3 we recorded in the series, and I think we were pretty shagged out by the end of it.
Yeah, and there've been quite an exhausting filming beforehand.
5th.
As well.
Polymorph was formed 5th, says James.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember doing these 3 back to back like this. I just don't think you could have done it.
And there was quite an exhaustive filming process before all of this as well, particularly for backwards, and that the sequences in the hangar with the boxes was pre-filmed in Liverpool, I think. So the good thing about that,
Maroon was shot first, we think.
It released a bit of time in the studio. If you shot some stuff beforehand, gave you a little bit more time to play in the studio.
The first shot I remember, there's a talk about when Robert was first seen. The first scene I remember recording was pre-VT. I was filming in the Crown Plaza in the jacuzzi. Do you remember for Body?
Yeah.
That was, I think, the first time Robert had been in the Crichton Cosy. And
It was, and of course, he was in a boiling hot costume with a rubber head, and we decided to shoot a sequence in a spa, which was boiling, with a jacuzzi bubbling away. He must have gone there and going, "What the hell have I let myself in for?"
Yeah, he got electrocuted with the lighter in his thumb, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Blooded in blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming on, Rocky. It's been brilliant. And like I say,
I enjoyed it.
The Vis FX unit really was starting to get very, very integral with the whole...
Did you never get any sort of award recognition as a unit, Rocky, for all these series?
Red Dwarf won the Royal Television Society Best Special Effects Award.
Good.
3 times for Red Dwarf. I think it's won one more recently as well, a Royal Television Society award. But yeah, Peter picked it up 3 times. I can't remember whether it was one after the other, but there were certainly 3 wins.
Yeah,
So yes, we did.
Quite right.
I got sent up to Paul Fox at the BBC.
Yeah.
We had a big there was a big sort of celebration of all the Royal Television Society winners within the various categories, and it's the one and only time I got to the 6th floor at Television Centre.
You didn't want to be there. You didn't want to be there anyway.
To shake hands with Paul Fox.
Right.
Sir Paul Fox.
Free champagne. Free champagne. So I did want to.
Oh yeah. If you got to the 6th floor, Rocky, free champagne was a given.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was on tap from the minute you got in. Yeah.
Just to explain to everybody, the 6th floor at the BBC was the executives floor, where all the heads ofs lived, and yeah, I think you had to have your own key to get into the labs.
Well, there was certainly you had Bill Cotton,
gold-plated toilets, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, and it was also where the famous Christmas parties took place in the hospitality suite on the 6th floor.
Robert Sachenbach is asking if we thought Series 3 was going to be the last. I always thought from 3 onwards it was going to be the last series, and that's why it was called The Last Day, yeah.
It was. You did write The Last Day, think it was your last ever episode, right?
It could be the last ever episode, but it's also a tribute to The Last Detail, the Jack Nicholson.
The Jack Nicholson, one of the great movies, by the way. If you haven't seen that, anybody, The Last Detail, one of Jack Nicholson's best movies.
Yeah, it was really
I only say that because it's not one of his best known. It was a fabulous movie. He's taking some poor rookie's fallen the wrong side of military law, and he's got to be jailed, and Jack's taking him to the jail. It's a great movie.
Yeah, he plays it so well. It's one of those ones where with Nicholson, when he's right on it, you kind of go, this is exactly what he's like. This is who he is. Yeah.
It's like 5 Easy Pieces. It's that down dirty Nicholson that you think is really Nicholson, yeah.
And the classic line, I am the motherfucking Shore Patrol.
Yeah, it's a good watch, guys, if you haven't seen it. One for lockdown. A few of you I know joined us last week for Private Lives, which I hope those who did join it enjoyed it as much as we did. We're not allowed to make any more announcements, Rob, are we really?
Not just yet, but yes, thanks all of you.
There will be, yes, we did. Thank you all so much. We raised over 40 grand, 44, 45 grand. Wow. And I can tell you, I think it's fair, Rob, there will be more to come. We're hoping towards the end of October, and we just got this rights sorted on Friday, and Rob and I are thrilled and excited. It should be really nice.
Well, I'll tell you, if you weren't there last Sunday, it was a sparkling soiree.
Yeah.
Emma Thompson blasted the Zoom screen like it was 70 millimeters, honestly, and Robert. They were fantastic.
Robert, Sanjeev, and Amelia. Amelia was just a delight. It was a real treat.
Amelia Clark, who's played Mother of Dragons, and she's also played
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor in The Terminator. 2 icons in one. What's not to like?
Yeah, for sure.
It was a good night.
I know that our Antipodean chums have a difficult time tuning in at 7 at night here. If we get the numbers, we could probably persuade them to do a special Aussie broadcast. But I don't know how we would do that. I'm certainly pleading your case. It's very difficult because we're dealing with estates who are very kind. Well,
Rob, the point is they're gifting us material which is worth very substantial sums of money to them. I mean, you don't just go and do Waiting for Godot without permission, and you don't just do Noel Coward without permission. And indeed, the author of the one that's coming up, you don't do his work just when you feel like it. So I do feel terrible about the Australian thing, but that is the rule they've given us, or that's what we ask for. It won't be recorded, it won't be shared.
Which for you, of course, is sleepless days. But I will do whatever I can to mitigate that. It's not right. And the problem is you can't schedule an event that's globally acceptable time-wise, can you?
Well, listen, one of the reasons London's the financial capital of the world is because it's just about the nearest you can get to something that America and the whole of Europe and quite a lot of Asia can see in the same daylight period. But unfortunately, Australia just falls out of that rather backward little area right down there at the bottom of the Antipodes. You know, guys, you're just not quite on the same wavelength.
Don't listen to him. I knew an insult was coming.
I love Australia.
Yeah, Joe Sharples is saying the next one is Run for Your Wife. How the hell did she find that out?
Oh, Joe.
It is not. We're not doing regularly. We're not.
I'd be mortified if you were right. I mean, not because of the play, but I'd be mortified if you knew the right answer. Yeah, I did. By the way, that was a joke about Australia. I lived there for 3 years in Sydney, and I loved it.
No,
One of my favourite countries.
Paul and I have done a lot of successful television making in Australia.
You and I, Ed, have had some very good times.
Yeah, we had some good times down there.
Ed and I went down to Melbourne for the Bicentennial Comedy Festival. Those of you who are old enough to remember, the Melbourne Comedy Festival did a big special for the Bicentennial, and we had a great time. We had a great trip.
Yeah. You come back.
Guys, we got to go. Or I got to go.
Yeah, no, we've all got to go. You've got to go too, guys. And
see you next week.
See you next week for Body Swap.
Body Swap.
An intriguing episode. Rocky, thank you so much, matey.
No worries.
Rocky,
Glad
really
to be
good
here.
to see you, man.
Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Maybe I can join in on one or two more down the line.
Yay!
Don't push it, Rocky. That was very
Just
good.
keep me informed. Let me know, and
Okay, we'll pick.
Don't hang on. Just don't bloody hog it, Rocky. It was very nice to see you. I mean, you really a bloody push. Good to see you, man.
All right, man.
Take care, everyone.
It's been an absolute pleasure.